playing for RRQ, he was bringing out the rubies, he was bringing out the Tigreals. Where has the ruby been? And there you go, the ruby.
Mirko is very vocal saying it's not really possible, feasible, or wise to use it in the current meta, but you have to remember, this was the pick that Edok used to explode onto the scene, making those plays again and again. We saw this similar conundrum in M6, I believe, when RRQ were trying to deal with a Joy, and they went with a Belleric, and I asked Mr. NMM himself, wouldn't the Ruby make a bit more sense, right? More spammable crowd control, still having the potential to be aggressive and defensive? He didn't agree back then, but now, maybe they found something, but the Lo Yi, dude, comes in. Geek Fam with the macro threat.
Oh man, this is... And there you go, that Ling, as we predicted, realize.
My oh my, that's gonna be very interesting, but now, Mirko and Gani, walk us through. Casters, time is yours.
Thank you so much, panel. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the caster desk. I'm Mirko, joined here by Gani. Welcome to the lower bracket finals. For the first time in the history of MPL Indonesia, we'll have a full best of 7. At least I hope it's a full best of 7.
Let's see.
I don't want to jinx anything. Just so that I don't jinx it, it's going to be 4-0. We're not going to see a best of 7.
Hopefully we do get a lot of games though, all right? And who will it be? Will it be the Kingslayers or will it be the Kings of Kings?
The two teams who've enjoyed the paradise that was the upper brackets will now battle in the depths of the lower brackets. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn lower bracket finals. One last ticket to MSC at EWC.
Yeehaw! Game 1, Land of Dawn. A little spell check here, nothing too crazy. 4 flickers for RRQ, 3N and Inspire for Geek. Who will strike first in this best of 3? Ladies and gentlemen, let's witness and enjoy the game.
Really good stuff from Geek Fam in the drafts, I feel, man. Like, they were 2 steps ahead of even us here on the caster desk, picking up the 1-1 while the Irithel was open, but it's okay because they knew that RRQ could have gone, or should have, I would say, gone for a jungler, knowing that a lot of it will be banned out. But turns out, Geek Fam instead went for the roam bans, taking away those playmakers from Edok. Something that we saw him utilize very well yesterday, almost being the key factor in a comeback up against Onyx. Looking at the emblems here by Indie Home, pull yourself together for both a boy and Kenzie. And also we got to pull yourself together for Edok. A pick that Arashi's been talking about, you know, where has this been? It's a signature pick for Edok. A lot of times we see these comfort picks, Gani, and it just doesn't work out. Sans on the Lilia. Let's see if Edok can pull off the Ruby.
It's a little bit of the risk taking here from side of RRQ. That's going to be an airborne. Geek Fam and RRQ, slow early game, touching and going. No spells triggered as well, and it seems like they will go all in the first turtle fight.
Turtle 1 is going to be a big point of contention here for both these teams. Again, the Ling pick towards the end was the only choice, to be fair, right? We were talking about the Fredrin, but it was banned out. Good pin down, Rins on a utility pick as well. A boy, this is what I like about a boy, right? When he gets his hands on the carries, Rins pulled back already. Set up better for Geek Fam for Turtle 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great reminder for Boy, who was on the 1-1 against Kyrie on the Ling, and he struggled in that game. Sutsujin looking to replicate that gameplay, and let's see, will it come to fruition or not? Seems like both teams, though, taking it slow for the first turtle take.
Both assassins, there's no need, no rush to go for neutral objectives. They can just farm out, especially for RRQ, knowing that, again, Maykids was able to take it earlier. Beloyski getting chunked quite low. Turtle number 1, Maykids a level ahead already. Sutsujin still on the orange buff now. Good Lantern Flare, Rins backing away. Time with the flicker forward, get in the Dark Wave, and now Infernal Pursuit over to the back. A boy to be caught as well. Time continues! Beloyski got 3!
Tempest of Blade will not be able to find a mark. That's gonna be Maykids.
Almost getting it, now in the mid lane, Riz, no Crimson Beacon. Edok mounted by the glue. Tyrant walking up, gets a basic attack onto the lethal. Wanderer, Gob still with immobilization, looking for the kill. Another grab, a flicker missing. Edok getting away 1-1, but Geek Fam, Beloy and a boy are back on the turtle. Dyron with the Dark Wave again.
He collapsed on the turtle, Dyron, looking for an escape route.
Boom, bang, chomped up by Gobs. A boy coming in as well. Immobilization, 3-man Dark Wave. Dyron pinned down again, a free turtle, and a kill for Geek Fam.
RRQ, they are struggling to find the connection in that turtle take. And yeah, that was just clean discipline execution from side of Geek Fam. Now, can they translate it to the later stage? Prediction, we got colors.
Wow. Talent prediction by our new application, GoPay. RRQ?
1-2.
Okay, we're 3-3. All right, it's equal. Coleus, me, and Arashi, we've gone RRQ. We have a battle amongst ourselves. But remember, this could be a way for me to curse, you know? You know what I mean?
Ooh, okay. You're teasing us,
Very convenient for me.
4 minutes in, just the 3 kills in total. And yeah, Toy and Kenzie, safe farm so far. Untouched. I don't think they have spent their spells just yet, so that's pretty okay. Toy though already rotating towards the mid.
Yeah, trying to get the double lane. Something you can do against the 1-1 when you have the Granger is, again, utilize that double lane. Mainly on the Granger, too, you just have a lot of kill pressure in lane, but Beloyski has been able to neutralize that really well in Game 1. Constantly rotating to keep Kenzie safe, and we really see a shift in styles for Kenzie. I think in the regular season early on, he always wanted to go for the 1v1s. They got soloed by Iman, and after that, he had to go through a whole redemption arc, practicing in scrims, getting better, and now he decides, for the most part, not to engage in the lane.
Yeah, looking at the Adams Corrosion, yeah, 3.1. Oh, 400 between the two, 500 even, so that's an edge.
But I'm offended. Rim's already with Lantern Flare. Now again, Beloyski gonna be caught and will be taken down. Toy picks up the kill. Another Lantern Flare over to a boy, but the Brave Smite gets him back to safety. Also the regen. Unfortunately for Toy, just a tad bit late. Could have been a stack on the Sky Piercer.
Out of position, Beloyski there, punished and unlucky for Geek Fam. RRQ, they have prio on the next turtle. Geek Fam, can they recover?
Another I'm offended over. A boy gonna be caught again. Lantern Flare not there. Kenzie. Dive on the back. Dark Wave. They put a pursuit with a pin down with a pinch crack as well. A boy still gonna be caught as well. 1 for 1 though. In the end, XP for mid. Make kids on the turtle.
What an initiation by Dyron. Oh, perhaps Beloyski looking for an initiation.
Uh-oh, Kenzie picked up half-second skill. That's an all-in onto the back again. Turtle can be taken. Edog pinned down to the wall, gets over the wall. Sutsujin, Tempest Ablaze. Beloyski waiting for the pin again. Oh, Sutsujin!
Finds the connection and Kenzie falls. RRQ, they may lose out on the turtle take on the first one, but second round, it is all them.
It's been so equal that at this point, I guess we gotta talk about scaling. Geek Fam have secured the first 2 turtles in the game, but RRQ have found really good trades on the board. A turret up top, more kills. Do they have the scaling? They certainly do have damage when we get to late game with the Ling. The 1-1 falls off, and Joy goes crazy in the late game. Rins with the flicker out already. I think even if we get to the late game, it's kind of equal, but the diversion plays, I think, is what really will set the 2 teams apart. Once we get to mid to late, once these turrets start to fall, and once the map starts to open, that's their player. Boys with the Rage Might again. Crimson Beacon to the back of Boy with the flicker out. Fist crack.
That's a cancellation. Sutsujin stuck. Tempest Blade.
Mounted up, still taken down. Great Sky Piercer stack now. Is asking to pin down one more time over the Edog. As Kids jumps to the back. Dark Wave canceling the dashes. Edog will be caught in the crossbow. Tang! Toy gets a double. 4-6 on the scoreboard. 1-1. Beloy and Edog plus Gops.
Great recovery, at least for Geek Fam, right? Could have really gone worse, but it's still a win for RRQ now. They're looking for the siege towards the mid, but Geek Fam was there to just defend and clear. Yeah, let's take a breather. 1.2k gold wall between them, but okay. That's surprising. RRQ winning on the audience prediction?
Extremely surprising, you know? Probably one of the smaller fan bases in Mobile Legends. That's a joke. RRQ obviously going to always win these audience predictions. The kingdom is strong, very strong here in the arena too. And then they got the Fem Unity outnumbered by what, like 3-1. Quite crazy. 1,000 gold in. And to be fair, RRQ, they built themselves such a good composition to deny the joy. They have so many displacements. You see, usually you just wait for Tyrant to pop Dark Wave or that shoulder bash, and then you'll be free. But now you have to deal with, again, the Jusin, the Ruby. And Technically, Suzuki can land a Tempest of Blades on him, knock him up.
Goes both ways, right? Let's see here, this First Lord has spawned. Geek Fam, again, they're behind just under a K. They have, compensation. Holy Crystal, though, that's a big power spike for Makids.
Uh-oh. I'm offended over the Gobs. Has to spread. Will be able to utilize it. Below give it the pin down over to Tyrant now. And that's going to be all in with a mobilization as well as Rins pops in the Crimson Beacon. Walks it forward. Dark Wave, crossbow tang.
That's going to be Makids finding the connection. But I think we're back. Tyrant falls.
Makids in the back, tearing them apart. Finding a kill. Sutsujin locked down by the fist crack as Kenzie lets the basic attacks fly on Ling.
Both teams trading punches. This time around, Geek Fam, they were able to have the right control and 3 members of RRQ out.
The reactive draft of RRQ has not been able to get them the mid-game wins. Geek Fam waited so patiently for their power spikes, that Holy Crystal right on cue, Ghana. You mentioned it, and they went in. Explosive initiation from Beloyski. Saw that Tyron was opposition. Once you get one of those things, again, one of the core components as to how they've been able to deny the joy, it leaves Makids with so much room. Rins, it didn't really help that they were kind of scattered in that fight.
No.
They gotta play for Toy. Toy has 3 kills still. 2 stacks on Skypiercer.
It's really tough, right? I mean, like, what, 2 minutes ago, RRQ had the gold lead, 1,500 gold. 2 minutes later, Geek Fam, almost 3K. And they're not done on the offense. Lord is still marching bottom side. That's a diversion.
Sutsujin, oh, pin down! B! Big Brain Beloyski with the help of his partner in crime, a boy.
He really has a dream. A boy. Lord, bottom side. Can they pressure more?
Yes, they can. I don't know about the wave clear from RRQ. Makids in the back, the smiling jungler, smiling a bit too widely in this game, getting everything he wants.
Okay. Tempo, it seems like with the holy defense, RRQ will be able to hold on. And Geek Fam, at this point, right, we are about to enter the late game. And it's going to get very scary for RRQ with the diversion play. We saw what Sans did with the Luo Yi yesterday against RRQ. So will they have that PTSD against a boy?
That's a good question. I don't know. It's tough. We were talking about if both teams scaled equally. Oh, Yin Yang reaction now. Over to Edok, mounted up as well. Edok has the flicker. He does not want to utilize it defensively, but he does make it!
Finds it, Tempest Blade defensively. Geek Fam though, they will back away.
So slow, yet so calculated for Geek Fam. They don't rush into these things. They just find the poke. And now we're really seeing, you know, the weakness of the Ruby. The weakness of when Edok doesn't get a prio pick. Beloy, no one saw that. It's fine. Oh, that Tigreal ban really hurt.
Great read, right?
Yeah.
Draft-wise, especially in the second phase.
Better than Onic.
But yeah, Haskell's as well, Kenzie. So that's survivability.
Yeah.
Gotta take into consideration where RRQ might go for the all-in, but the Haskell can be clutch for Kenzie.
For sure. He's gone for the crit build, ladies and gentlemen. Diversion from a boy with a dream, a boy with a catch!
Again, Sutsujin. That's Sutsujin though. Calm, collected. Okay, so at least he has secured the true damage item within that endless battle. So I guess he has chances, right? And now he is controlling the top side, and Geek Fam, they're gonna blitz this.
BOD for Toy. Big item, electrifying beats over the Lord already. They want to blitz this as quick as they can. Sutsujin, nowhere to be seen. Make it, secures it, Rins. Falls before the crossbow tank gets popped in. Now again, comes to the back line, zoning them away. Siren isolates himself. Dark Wave.
Crossbow tang, healed it.
And another diversion from a boy! Sutsujin dove in! Tempest of Blades will find a boy, but is it worth it for the cost of the mercenary's life?
Bang, 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 bang. That's 4 RRQ members eliminated.
Damn! That's 2 times more bangs than you see in the title of the video game. RRQ. Now they're really on the back foot, and man, this reminds me of an old version of RRQ. An RRQ in their toughest times, only relying on their gold lane. Called them Skylar-centric back in the day. Currently, it's all toy.
During that time, gotta remember, they were a defensive team. They are so good at defending. Will that characteristics show in this game? They're behind almost 7K. Defending a Lord, can they pull the defense out?
And that team was actually knocked out by Geek Fam, making it a 1v1 against the Mercenary. Once a part of his team back in the day. Now in the mid lane of Siege. G-Dog walking up. Gobs with the spread already as Makers walks up his rins. Pops in the Crimson Beacon. Big resource.
RRQ still holding on. They want to prioritize to take this Lord down. Geek Fam patiently waiting for a mistake.
Oh, that's a mistake. Kenzie, way too aggressive. Luckily, you have a second chance when you're on the 1-1. RRQ weren't ready for E-Dog to find a target like that. Base turret down in the far lane. This is of immense value for Geek Fam.
All right, seems like RRQ again. They are able to defend the Lord here. Second Lord, and by the way, Ruby became the second most picked hero. That's a pull.
I'm offended. Now diversion into the back. A point finds it, and he will be able to pop in. Kenzie's deep from the side again. Sutsujin's gunner, but let's stay and make it.
That's going to be Dyron though. Trying to find counterplay. Toy finds it.
No crossbow tang. Interesting.
Okay.
Kenzie would pop it in. Ends up being 1-for-1. Gobs for Dyron. I guess you could say the losing team usually benefits from a 1-for-1 trade, but I don't know about this. I think it really still benefits Geek Fam knowing that, again, without that front line, they can't open their own jungle. Geek Fam has full control of the Kingdom's jungle.
Really hard for the RRQ composition to open the map, right? E-Dog, sure, you're a Ruby, but Ruby's not a hero that can really face check, especially when on a losing team. So let's see here how they handle it. Seems like RRQ's play is just clump up, send Sutsujin far lane, but this time a different approach. Sutsujin joins immediately.
But while you look at that, Wind of Nature already built up. Veloci actually taking a half. Make kids threatening the back. Wind of Nature. This is a big item for Geek Fam, for Kenziski. The only real threat for Kenziski the entire game, 16 minutes, has been physical damage dealer. Now reaction to cancel out the conceal. A boy gonna be engaged on Tyron, finding the rock wave. Toy in the midst of it all. That would dive in the back with Sutsujin. A boy will be falling again.
That's gonna be Make It Tempest Blade.
Trying to go for more. Kenzie's gone live with a crossbow tag. E-Dog mounted. Kenzie going. Fist crack over to Sutsujin. On the wall, he falls to give Kenzie a triple. Only one man left standing. Toy. He deals with the wave, but Geek Fam have another.
Let's see RRQ. Toy, will he be able to defend this one?
Make hits with the minions in the mid lane, now jumping in all the way to the back with the electrifying beats. Now the rest of the team, Beloyski with a punch to finally knock RRQ out in game number 1.
Geek Fam, they strike first in this best of 7. Great.